Hi. See, I have two viewers and only one like. That's 50%. That's too low. No, it's 100%. Mm, I won't share my screen until I get like 10 viewers at least, right? Can you hear me, Bharat? Can you hear me? Why is it stuck? I think my Chrome is not working properly. My Chrome, I have very good internet now. Like it's 400 Mbps or something. How did your NSEM go? Oh, 14 viewers. Damn, what happened? Like all of a sudden. How are you guys doing in general? What do you want today? Explain yesterday's C's. I think I have done that on Sujan. 16 viewers. Damn, that's a lot. I thought if I get more than 10, I will try to start. But yeah, you can ask me any questions, guys. I think I'll just spend some time talking. Yesterday, upsolving is difficult for me. Should I try to upsolve D? I think I have solved C. For C, go on C. Nice, Chad. Chad Ugwe. It's not evening, it's afternoon, I guess. Like the video, guys. No, I just joined some AI startup because they are giving me higher pay, and also I thought like work can be better because work can be better in the sense like the work that I get maybe like I can try to push more, right? Like it moves faster in startups, right? I'll try to do lead code tonight if possible. Sorry, I was saying something, but yeah, 23 years, damn. How much money? It's not too much, but it's good. It's good, and also they give stocks, but the stocks will never be valuable. Uh, in Apple, I was just having base around 22 or 20, and stocks was 12 lakhs. Meetup plans. If I have viewers, I'll do meetups. Like I don't have viewers. I don't have viewers right now. So guys, should I do profile reviews? Should I do? I should review my profile first. What's my rating again? 1909. Damn, it's fallen, fallen. But it's fine, I guess. Why did this happen? Like I don't know why this happened. I was going fine, right? I was doing fine, right? All of a sudden, why did this happen? We had 27 viewers but no likes at all. Sujan, you are being gay from so long. Don't do that, okay? Like the video, guys. So what do we do? Adcoder profile review. My Adcoder profile is itself not that good, okay? In Apple, what's the pay? Okay, can you guys have question and answers? Like how to do question and answers? How to do question and answers? Will this work? So I think some of you should try to frame a question and type it in there. Yeah, I'm going to gym. I have some nice pics. I went 2 days back. My arms are entirely sore now. I mean, I know there are some people that are simping over me here, but I don't think I can show photos. I'm going to gym. I went 2 days back. I have some muscles still. They're not visible through this shirt, but I have. I'm going to gym. What do you mean by QRA? Question and answers, guy. Mohit. I'm asking a question. This is just a trial. Nice, bro. Congrats on that. Is that it? I thought you guys will ask same repeated questions, same so many questions. But what? What's happening? Are you guys not able to find how to answer a question, ask a question? How am I having 36 viewers? I don't believe it. Should we try to solve some problem? Should I give ICBC tips? When is ICBC regionals? Like how many people have qualified for ICBC regionals? Bro, I do code for just like 2 months, but my rating not increasing, not even people. Why I don't know what is problem from your experience? What happened about me? Okay, I have to analyze what happened about me too. But for you, you have to analyze it. You should not make assumptions. Okay, you should not make assumptions that you cannot solve this problem or B is difficult for you or C is difficult for you. But you have to analyze very well. You have to analyze exactly why you are not solving. Is it confidence? Is it what you can do? I look like this a bit. I'm going to gym still. Uh, what's happening to you in contest? Because if you see what's happening to me, 41 viewers. I don't believe it. Like, guys, we are having so many viewers. We have to do something productive, I guess. So I'm sharing my screen. Here we can have some Q&A. I'm ending Q&A. Okay. We have 40 viewers, 43 viewers. I don't know why it's increasing. 1 minute. I'm getting a call. Oops. 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 I have to keep it do not disturb when I'm streaming. How to keep do not disturb? Yeah. I'm just a candidate master. It's not about recursion, like it's mathematically you have to just try to make it, okay? Guys, like the video if you guys are here. It's just 6 minutes in. I'm good. How are you guys doing? What do you mean team CP? How can I do a duel with some of you people? Should we do live contest? What is team CP? Suzanne, you should be knowing all about me. Don't lie now. Like, you should be knowing. Okay, what is CP Battleground? CP CF1 versus 1. CF Battlegrounds. So should we do this or should we do this, guys? What are your ratings? I think it's getting boring, right? Oh, one master versus 20 peoples. How would that work? How would that work? How would you guys collaborate with each other? Okay, one versus 40. Should we try for that? So how do you guys collaborate? Like, how do you guys collaborate? Do you guys collaborate in the chat? I think it can be quite messy, right? Should I try to provide a link? Should I try to provide a should I try to provide a link where you guys can discuss? How do we do that? Should I provide a Google Meet? But then you guys should be streaming, right? But then you guys should be streaming. But you have to cooperate, right? Okay, any of you can submit independently. Is that so? How can we do one versus that? Nice guys, most of you are less than or equal to 1200 and some are 15 to 1900 to try Team CP, bro. What is Team CP? Why is this guy Prismax telling me Team CP? It's asking me to sign up. So guys, how do you guys collaborate if I do? Oh really? Should I make a Discord group? I don't know how to make a Discord group. My Discord, I don't even have a real account, I think. I can show my Discord. So we're having too many viewers. What to do with too many viewers? Bro, you're wasting super chat, I guess. Like what did you even say? You haven't said anything. You haven't said anything. By recursion Sika is your title. Should I understand your title? By recursion Sikade, your tips. Bro, you can type in something. You need not keep it in your profile. By recursion Sikade, our tips. See, recursion tips, you have to deal with problems calmly. That's it. Really. You have to deal with problems calmly. Try writing recursive relations. Okay. Try writing small recursive relations. Google recurrence relations and then try to get used to them a bit. Okay. That's all tip I can give. Don't tell like noob means what do you mean? Like I'll remove if you ever like annoy me a lot. Okay, guys, who are higher rated persons here? We can do CP1 versus 1. No, I haven't checked Repo Vive or something. So let's take few experts versus me, guys. I think three experts versus me. Okay, we have three experts here. Let's just say let's just do that. Okay, we have one expert, we have another expert, maybe three, four experts versus me. Okay, that should be interesting, right? Uh, team room. How do we do this, guys? There is no one versus something. How is it? How do we have other people here? This is room ID. I will keep some difficult questions and then I will try to do well in them. Okay. See, guys, some people will compete against me. Other people will do along with me. Okay. Let's keep it like that. Some people will compete against me. Other people will do ahead with me. Okay. I will see. See. I might be giving good tips all the time. I might be giving good tips all the time. Who was that guy who paid me 29 rupees? Guys, don't pay me. I mean, I'm not collecting that money. I'm sorry. I'm not collecting. I'm not able to do the procedure to collect the money. Okay. Uh, Maybe I have to disable that. So who all are joining this? Who all are against me? Okay, how do we keep people against me? How do we change that? How do we add them to a team? Guys, how do we add them to a team? Can you guys collaborate with duel with dominator? Bro, he does too quickly, right? Okay, it's one versus one versus one. Okay, let's just go with one versus one, and you guys should not see the video, okay? I will help in recursion. I'll try to do a video if you want, but yeah, for now, let's enjoy the stream, okay? So you guys can discuss, let's say. Can you guys collaborate somehow? Can you guys collaborate? Guys, can you guys somehow join a Google Meet? Okay, I'll give you guys a Google Meet. Guys, we have to make this work. Be patient. Let's try to do something here, okay? This Google Meet is for people to join the stream. Don't join everybody. Only four people, kick everyone else out. I have to admit, let's say, okay? I have to admit. So I will only admit these four people, let's say, and they'll collaborate. No, not Aryan Jain, not Suzanne. I only allow these four people, whoever are here. I'll only allow these four or five people. That's it. Max rating 28. Min rating 1500 at least. Duration 80 minutes, let's say. Number of questions. How do we keep different scores? How do we keep different scores for different problems? I'm closing the room. Can you guys collaborate somehow? Can you four or five people collaborate? Maybe I'll give this guy a link. Maybe I'll create a group with just these people. Will it work? Who is this? Heavy logic. It can get messy. I don't know. I don't know how to do this. I'm ending this thing. I'm ending this thing. Siddharth. Okay. Uh, will Utkarsh do one versus one? Should I challenge Aryan C for a one versus one? Yeah. Is Aryan C available somewhere? Do I have his number? Okay, I'm just starting for now. Let's do something better later. Okay. I'm ending this. I'm ending the link too. Okay. So, guys, people competing against me, you have to somehow collaborate. Okay, you have to somehow collaborate. We are starting with this one. Okay, we are starting with this. You guys should somehow collaborate. I don't know how you do. We have to somehow. You guys should somehow collaborate. Others just watch me. Okay, we have 80 minutes to solve five problems. Okay, Tower of Hanai. You have to spend some time. It's not too difficult. So it's preparing battle. So, guys, would you guys help me, or like I should not take any help from you people? Isn't Arpa some pro, guys? Wait, he came down right now. But yeah, should I try to do one versus one with him? How bro would you be liking to do one versus one? I'm a YouTuber. Sometime in future. I'll try to send the same to Aryan C2. Is that him? What is Aryan C profile? So guys, it started. It started. Wait, why is there only one problem? Why is there only one problem, guys? Why is there only one problem? How do I submit here? And it's Kotlin. The fuck happened here? I get five problems, right? Problem. It's pretty cold in Berlin as even in May, so Monograph has to light his fireplace. Monograph has a big log of wood which weighs 2 power n grams. Monograph has watched the weather forecast and decided that he has to burn k grams of wood in the fireplace today, and the remaining of wood will be used tomorrow. So he has this many grams of wood, he has to burn k grams, and then he will have these many tomorrow, it seems. In 1 minute, Monograph can use his saw to split one of his logs in half. Initially, he had one log, but of course, after splitting a log, he gets two new logs. If the weight of the log is x, then each of the logs will have x by 2. Monograph clan splits logs of weight of 1 gram. What about odd length? Odd weight. Monograph, okay, odd weight can never be formed because it's 2 power n, right? Anytime you cut 2 power n, you will have 2 power n's, okay? Monograph has to cut his log in such a way that some of the resulting logs weigh exactly k grams. Okay, so the problem is simple. So we have some big 2 power n, we have to cut it into halves so that this number is formed. Okay. So forming k is nothing but forming k is nothing but forming 2 power n minus k, right? Both are same. Both are equivalent. You need not worry about either. Okay. You need not worry about either. Maybe forming something whichever is smaller is better. Okay, you can try to take smallest one, like something that is less than half of 2 power n. Okay, so where are we, guys? What is RNC handle? They shouldn't. See, guys, my competitors can collaborate. How do we do this problem now? We have one big thing, okay, and that big thing will be split into some 2 power n's. Okay, first question, can we get any set of 2 power n's that add up to uh okay, okay, so we have 2 power n. This will be broken down. Okay, let's say to k pieces. Can we achieve any k pieces? I mean, what I mean is, can we achieve any k pieces? Any subset of k pieces? Probably not. Right? Let's say you're splitting. Now you have 2 power n minus 1 and you have 2 power n minus 1. You need something out of it, you need something out of it. You should form k. You should form something. What is the minimum number of ways? What is the minimum? What is the minimum partitions? What is the minimum splits you should do to form something called k? Is the question, right? Let's just k be k equals to. So you have k here. You have 2 power n minus k here. Okay. Let's say your goal is to just form k. Let's say your goal is to form k. Okay. Let's say your goal is to form k. Is it simple? Let's say k equals to 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 or so. We are looking at k's leading bits. So if 2 power n is somewhere here, If 2 power n is somewhere here, what must be done? That must be split it into this bit. Okay, now once we get that bit, we'll leave that bit. And then we have some other 2 power n, right? We'll try to reduce, we'll try to make that one small, small, small. So we must form this bit of 2 power k, right? 2 power l, whatever the biggest bit is. I think it's simple then. Is it like just trying to form this, whatever is the smallest bit is, you have to split something. You can split the remaining thing until then. That's it. It's whatever the smallest bit is, you will just answer is just okay, what is smallest bit here? You have two, you have two. How many minutes should you spend here? 0 minutes, right? Okay, it's 2 square. And then you have k. So 2 is 1 0. 2 square is 1 0 0. So 1 minus 1 is the answer, 1. If it is 1, 1 minus. So it's simple. It's n minus whatever is the smallest bit here. But forming k or forming 2 power n minus k is same. Am I missing something here? What is 2 power n minus k? It's all of them are zeros. I think both of them have same number. 2 power n minus k. Both of them has last bit as 1. 2 power n minus some k. If these things are 0, when if 1 is here, 0 minus 1 is 1. I don't think it's a difficult problem then. So now we have answer, which is the bit, which is this bit, okay? Answer equals to n minus answer. Because this bit is, let's say 0, and that bit is n. I think it's minus 1. Maybe it's not minus 1. I can show my chat GPT in Gemini. That's how we do, guys. That's how we do. We use AI. We scam. We are Indians. Take pride in your nation. I'm definitely not first. It's an easy problem. I'm definitely not first. Do we have viewers still? Wait, what are the other people doing? What are they even doing? It's not a difficult problem, right? You people, what are you doing? It's not a difficult one. It's obvious that how do we prove this? How do we prove? How do we prove? Your goal is to form K, okay? So you must form a 2 power lowest bit. Okay, why? If you are not forming it or something lower, Because if you don't have anything smaller than this, okay, if you don't have anything smaller than this, with bigger things you cannot form this, right? If you don't have anything smaller than this, so you must come from here to here, you must break things down and you must come till here, and if you're coming till here you can form all of them. So it's an so answer is greater than or equals to n minus lowest bit, and you have an answer with n minus lowest bit. So it's an easy problem, guys. Do you guys see how the proof is? You must come till here, because if you don't come till here, you have everything bigger. If you are having everything bigger, you cannot form this bit. Whatever you do, you cannot form this bit. That bit can only be formed with something smaller. Something that's double the size cannot break down into this bit by adding up to something else, right? So you must come till here, and to come till here you need these many moves, and while coming till here you can definitely have all the other bits possible. So the problem is simple. Oh, I see. I ended the meet. Sorry, Arin. I say I told you guys should communicate each with each other somehow. Okay, I told you how to communicate with each other, because you can see the IDs here, right? You can see the IDs. Why not text this guy for a meet link? Why not text this guy for a meet link? Like, it's your problem. Okay, if you guys have to collaborate, it's your problem. Should I exit this, or should I create new one? I think, should we just solve some problems? Who suggested this page then? Who suggested this page? Then you create a link. Okay, let's do one versus one. I haven't ate anything. C plus plus. I've done it. So now what? So what is it? What is it? I've done that already. 7. Okay, what should it do now? I don't know that. Guys, you're making my stream bad. So I should just wait here, you mean, right? I'm hungry. Let's go with 45 or 50. Then let's go with 60. Okay. Can others join this? So I'll just do this contest, just watch me. That's it. Okay. That's it for today. Okay. Is that fine? Guys, is that fine? Let me solve these problems. Okay. I'll start with 2400. Let me solve this problem, okay? I don't like division 3. Division 3 problems will be bad, right? Today Alice has given Bob arrays for him to sort in increasing order again. At this point, no one really knows how many times she has done this. Bob is given two sequences A and B, both of length n, and all integers in the range from 1 to 2n appear exactly once in either A or B. Okay, we have two length ends, both appear exactly once in the order. In other words, the concatenated sequence forms a permutation of length 2n. Bob must sort both sequences in increasing order at the same time using Alice's swap function. Alice's swap function is implemented as follows. Given two indices I and j, Alice swaps AI with BJ and swaps BJ with AJ, BI with AJ. So what happens here? You have two arrays. You can swap this with this, and you can swap that with this. It's an yes or no. When can they be swapped and when they cannot be swapped? Okay, we have to work on this problem. It's a nice problem. Is this fine, guys? I'll go ahead with this. Okay, try to see it. So guys, try to think about this problem. We have two arrays. Okay, we have an array 1, we have an array 2. We have two arrays. A swap is swap AI BJ and BI AJ. Okay, what is happening here? Can you see this in a nice way? You have two arrays, you can swap these two and swap these two at a time. Okay, what is happening here? What all you can achieve here? You can use any number of operations. So I think there is something like an equivalence class here. It's all about looking at the operation, okay? It's all about looking at the operation. Because see, some things from this configuration, okay, let's look at like this. Let's keep them side by side and let's look at them. Okay, we are keeping them side by side and looking them. What you can do, you can swap this and this with this. Okay, with this kind of swap, what all permutations you can achieve, what all you can achieve and what all you cannot achieve. It's like an equivalence class, right? It's not about sorting. You have to understand here, it's not about sorting. It's about from this permutation you can go to any different permutations. So what I mean by this is you have one permutation A plus B, right? And you have A here, you have B here. You can choose two indices here and two indices here. Okay. And you can swap this with this and that with that. Now your goal is to go to a permutation where first half is sorted and second half is sorted. So what I mean is it's not about sorting. It's about permutation. Like it's about what all are reachable. What all are reachable. And if in that reachable permutation, if there is sorted, so the problem is if there is something sorted in reachable, that's the problem. When is it no? When is it yes? We want to understand. Maybe there is some condition because here we have one our array. Here we have so many possibilities because A increasing, B increasing, like that's endless possibilities, right? First, we have to understand what does this swap do? What does that swap do? See, if you have A1 and A2, what does that swap do? Some small observations. Let's say if you have 1 and 2 here and you have 4 and 3 here, whatever you do, what happens is whatever you do, it may either become 1 and 3 comes here, 4 comes here, 1 comes here. It will become 3 and 4 and 2 and 1. So here it's impossible to sort. Impossible to sort means there is something here. There is something that is all that always stays here. Should we see in terms of inversions? Like we have some inversions here, we have some inversions here, right? When is it possible and when is it not possible? When all is it always possible? We have to think sometime, okay? Maybe it's most of the times possible. We have to try some more time because we cannot give up before trying more, okay? We have to solve this problem. We have to think sometime. We have to make some useful statements and then we have to solve it. Guys, keep trying on your own. Guys, you guys should try on your own too. We will solve this problem. So here it's impossible. So what is the restriction here? When you sort this, they will also come here. That's the restriction, right? So this comes here and this comes here. That's the restriction, okay? Okay, if both of them are in increasing order, one must go to, hey, it's simple. It's simple. It's simple. Look at A0 comma B0. Look at this array. Look at, as I said, look at A0 comma B0, A1 comma B1. We don't care if A1 is here or B1 is here, up to so on. AN comma BN. What happens after one operation? What happens after one operation? This shit comes here, this shit goes here, right? It's just a swap in above array. But something more also happens. What is something more? Because the ordering, I'm not caring about the ordering, right? I'm not caring about the ordering. So when a swap happens, these two things went there, those two things came here, right? But also both of them will get swapped. Both of them will get swapped. I'm not caring about that, okay? I'm not caring about that. So this is an invariant. This array is an invariant. The above array, if I make it set, so this set is an invariant. The above set is an invariant. So whatever happens, that doesn't change. Okay, whatever happens, that doesn't change. So 2 comma 4, 1 comma 6, 3 comma 5, they just jumble. They never change. So what can you say now? The value, let me call this pair. The pair that has 1 must go to start. Okay. the pair that has 1 must go to start. Are you guys following me here? Like the video, guys. I cannot shout, I cannot try this hard when you guys are not even supporting, when you guys are not even thinking. Do you guys see some problem that looks difficult? Yeah, it's not just a swap. There is more, but a swap is definitely something that happens. Okay, it's a swap, and those two things will get flipped too. Really? Am I wrong? They get swapped as a set. As a set, they are getting swapped, right? I mean, as a set, see the representation, guys. I made them as a set. The ordering doesn't matter. I made them as a set. Okay, see it well. You guys should be knowing set representation. Okay, set ordering doesn't matter. Order pair ordering matters. Set ordering doesn't matter. Okay. So this is one thing. This is something nice. Okay, this is this. Okay, leave the ordering. You must form this thing. Leave the ordering. You must form this thing because in one swap, if you are looking at this is what happens. Okay, in one swap, this is what happens. Now, if you look at this permutation, the swaps will from here you have to go to sorted order. From above, you must go to sorted order of pairs, and sorted order of pairs is fixed. It's fixed. Why? Pair that has 1 must go to the start. Now look at the next minimum among all the pairs. That must come here. It's simple, right? Pair that has the minimum, it must come to front because if it is sorted, it must come here, right? So I'll be careful among this again. Whatever has the minimum that must come to the start. That pair should come to the start, and then you have remaining things. Okay. Now look at the minimum among the remaining things. These two values are here. Okay. You have minimum among the remaining things. If this is increasing and this is increasing, minimum among them must come to here, right? Think about that. You have this pair here. If this is increasing and this is increasing and these are all just some pairs, minimum among them must be here, right? Because if minimum is in this thing, it will move forward. If minimum is in this thing, it will move forward. So minimum must be here. So now you know. Now you know what are the swaps that should be done. See, why am I sounding like this? What do I mean is all you do is swaps, and some series of swaps will be equivalent to a permutation, right? So after you perform some swaps, it will be equivalent to a permutation, at least in here. It may cause some difference in the ordering of AI and BI, but you know the final permutation now. In terms of pairs, you know it. You don't know, okay, in terms of pairs, you know it. Okay. So without loss of generality, okay, now what about the ordering? What about the ordering inside the pair? You know the final ordering, because if you see in the first problem, the final ordering must be 1 comma 6. How to be quicker? 2 comma 4, because the problem might be easier than what I'm thinking it is. 3 comma 5. Okay, this is the ordering. And now in this ordering, let's say let's fix 1 comma 6 without loss of generality. Okay, if you fix 1 comma 6, will this ordering get fixed? Will the ordering of the next thing get fixed is what my question is. Okay, if 1 and 2 are here, I'm thinking, guys, I'm thinking, so if this space, if some one easy thing we can say is if some initial pairs are complete. What do I mean by complete? If you have 1 2 3 4 in first two pairs, they are complete, right? Okay, they are complete, they are independent of the remaining things in terms of increasing order, right? Because all of them are smaller than all of these things. Okay, so we will look at those things. Okay, if they are not complete, what do I mean? If you have 1 2 here, they are complete, because now they can exchange as they like, it doesn't matter. Okay, but if you don't have that, if there is something here, something greater than 2 here, then 2 must go above. What do I mean? If they are not complete, their order is fixed. The ordering of A comma B is fixed if they are not complete. Do you guys can see that? Because if they are not complete, something is missing over here, and the minimum is over here, and something is greater than here. That greater than thing will be here. Okay. When the greater than thing is here, the minimum, something smaller than that, must be above. That fixes the ordering. Do you see that? What do I mean is, here 1 comma 3 is not complete, means something is missing and something is greater than that. The greater than that will definitely be at the last. Okay, now something is smaller. If 2 is smaller, 2 cannot come after this. 2 must go here. Okay, if 2 is definitely going there, you know the ordering again. You know the ordering again. And now if it becomes complete, you need not worry about that. Now again it's fresh start. Okay, now again it's a fresh start. Now again it's a fresh start. But if it is not complete, you know the ordering. So what do I mean? Ordering inside the pair. This can be known for a complete set. Okay, for a complete set, it has two possibilities, which is if you fix the first thing, it has only one possibility, and then you have next complete set, and then you have next complete set, and then you have next complete set. Okay, so if you see complete set here, 1 comma 6, all of that is one big complete set because 6 is here, right? So either ordering can be this, or the ordering can be 6 1. Without loss of generality, the ordering can only be this. Okay, 4 2 5 3. Do you guys get what I mean? Try to understand it slowly, try to come back and see, try to spend time, because it's not easy for you guys to think as quick as me, or like the statements I make are not that easy, that are not that simple, right? I mean, I'm making a bit complex statements, but they're easy to understand because I have a procedure now to find it too, because this will be greater. If it's not complete, this will be greater, one of them will be greater, and the smaller thing will must go here, the smaller thing must go to here. So now we have, now we know the entire structure. Now we know the entire structure of possibilities for end. You know the pair, you know this ordering, and if it's a complete set, it can either be this or this. You know that too. And if it's a complete set, it can either be this or this. You know that too. Okay, now you are here. Now you are here. Now let's just say you have formed the pair ordering. You have formed the pair ordering. Okay. If you have formed the pair ordering, how can you manipulate the inside pair ordering of something? Is there a way where you can always manipulate that? Think about that. Parity remains same. Why? Two inside pair orderings gets changed at a time. Right? Two inside things will get changed. What do I mean? They both will get swapped, but both of them gets flipped. Both of them gets flipped inside. So if the parity matches, is can we always do it? See, do you guys see? We have a complete set, complete set, complete set, complete set, and we know the orderings of all these things can be like this or like this. Orderings of all these things can be like this or like this, because now if all of the orderings are even, the parity doesn't change, right? If all the complete sets are even, the parity doesn't change. What do I mean by that? I mean something by that, okay? In this example, I think even if parity matches, parity of the swaps matches, it doesn't work, I guess, right? Okay, here the ordering itself is failing. The ordering itself is failing. Okay. After 1, 2, 3, he cannot have 6, 4, 5. So we have those conditions to check. And after those conditions, I'm thinking if the how can we always swap them to the right positions? Is what I'm thinking. Let's just say now you have 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, complete set got done, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0 up to so on. What do I mean is by the 0, this pair must be flipped. Oh, this pair is perfect. This pair must be flipped. Okay, that's what I mean by that. How can we keep the ordering same and flip a pair? Because if you swap these two things, what happens? Can you take 1, 1, 0 and make it 0, 0, 0? Think of this thing. If you swap these two, what happens? It becomes, let's keep it A, B, C. Okay, if you swap this and this, what it becomes? C, B, A, and it becomes 0, 1, 1. Okay, now you swap these two. C, 0, B, 0, A, 0. A will come here, B will come here. It's always persisting, right? We have to think some more time and then we are done. And then we are done, I think. Is this order fixed? Can we never change this? Think of that. If A comes here and C goes there, is this always fixed? Think about that. Initially you have some zeros ones, let's say. Initially you have all zeros, let's say. And as you do a swap, these two will become 1, 1. Let's say initially you have not all zeros. Let's say initially you have some ones and you have to make them all zeros. Is it fixed is what I'm trying to think. Is it fixed? Because if it is fixed, then the problem is done. We just sort them and then we check if it's possible, it's yes, or else it's no. What I'm trying is, even if the pair ordering doesn't match, can we somehow make the pair orderings match? Even if this doesn't match, can we somehow make them match? Otherwise, the pair ordering must match. So we are here, guys. We can do this. See, this problem is not using any basic DSA, okay? This problem just needs try. In terms of pair, it's just a swap. I'm trying to see them as swap in the pair and then 0 1's getting flipped, okay? If you have 0 0, both will become 1 1 and the swap happens. So now what I'm trying to see is if the permutation is fixed or this 0 1 array fixed or not. Think of that. Is there a way where you can make ones as zeros and zeros as ones? You want the you want the same permutation, okay? Whenever you do a swap, it changes these two things. You have ABC here, you have ABC here. I mean, what do I mean is it always fixed? Like, can we do anything? Can we do anything? So what do I mean is, does each permutation have their fixed 110? Does each permutation have their fixed 110 thing? If that happens, then initially we have all zeros. But finally, what we are trying to achieve is, so the question is, do you guys get what I mean by 0 1 0 array? So let's say initial array is all zeros. If in the required one, if that pair is flipped, that is 1. So my question is, if you take a permutation, will it have a fixed 1 1 0? Think of these things, because these are less number, these are more number, these are just ones and zeros, but these are odd rings, these are n factorial, these are just 2 power n. These are just 2 power n. But if this is fixed, will this be fixed? Is my question. If that is fixed, will this be fixed? Is there a property for that? Initial array having all zeros. If you flip these two, they both will become 1 1. How does it look? So if you swap two things, they both will become 1 1, they form a cycle, right? Now if you try to introduce one more thing into here, now what happens? The cycle, this goes to there, that becomes 1, this becomes 0. So it's like something is 0 and some other things are 1 1. Let's look in terms of cycles. Permutations can be seen as cycles, right? You have a cycle here. When you swap two things, what happens? Both of them will get flipped, but now this goes here and this comes here. Now we have a new thing. You're swapping these two is nothing but, am I complicating it? I mean, we can make an assumption. We can make an assumption that if this is fixed, this will be fixed, and you cannot do anything. If you make an assumption, then the problem is done. Maybe it's guessable, but I want to make it clear. I want to make it perfect. That I want to prove it that if the permutation is fixed, then this will be fixed. Is what I want to prove. Or I want to see a contradiction to that. If I'm looking at a cycle, how does that cycle look? Because here, initially there are no cycles. Here, how many cycles do you have? A goes to C, C goes to A. Here you have B is in B. Here you have one cycle. Okay. Here you have A goes to C, C goes to B, B goes to A. Here you have a big cycle. So can this have one more thing? So I think in a cycle, all of them are equivalent, right? But So it's either can you form any swap? Is it linked to parity? We have to just think what happens to these swaps. Okay. See, it might be guessable. See, we know the order. We want to know what all these things are possible. Okay, we have the order, we have the permutation. Okay. See, we have the permutation, we have the cycles. Okay, we have the cycles. If you have the permutation, we have the cycles where let's say initially all of them are zeros. See, we are having pairs of cycles, and then each of them will have either zero or one. Initially, all of them are zeros. Okay, now you have these cycles, and what I'm trying to see here is now you have this 0 1 0 or some ordering that you want to achieve. Okay, you want to achieve this ordering, but if you just form them as a cycle, you know what will be the ordering of that cycle? It will be 1 0 and remaining all thing as 1, I guess. Let me see that properly. What will it be? If this points to that and that points to this, both of them will become 1 1. Now we have a new thing. Okay. If this points to that and that points to this, so what did happen here? What two things got swapped here? If this points to here and that points to here means these two got swapped, let's say. If these two got swapped, if these two get swapped, okay, if it is getting inserted here, that means these two got swapped. Okay, these two got swapped. Then it's getting inserted here. Then what is happening? 1 1 will become. So if you have this cycle and if something is getting inserted in between, both of them will get swapped. See, why am I complicating? We can guess something. If the problem is guessable, the rating is low. 2400 is low rated. If I can guess it, because some people will guess it. So we have two, three possibilities. Guess them, it might work. Because but I have to prove it clearly. That's why I'm complicating it. 2400 is easy because you can guess one of them. But I want to be clear, okay? Maybe I can just guess the parity, maybe I can guess something else, and it would work. But I want to make sure it's clear for me. Okay. We have 1 1. When you insert something, what happens? That becomes 1, that remains 1. But these two will get flipped. So this will become 1 and that will become 0. Okay. Now you want to insert something. And you know where you will insert that. See, all we want to know is can 1 become 1? All I want to know is can you go from some ordering to some ordering and have different 101 configurations. Should I try to see examples itself? Okay, here if you see, we have 1 3, we have 2 4, we have 5 6, and it's already sorted, so it's S. Okay, let's take some other thing. I mean, till here it's simple, but maybe here, see, the thing is here either parity will work or it's always impossible. Okay, it's either about parity of number of ones should match or it's always impossible. Those are the only two possibilities, but I want to prove clearly. If I have an example, that would work too. Okay, 1524. So 37 should be here. So what we want to achieve here is we want to achieve this, right? 43. So what we want to achieve is this. Which means this should be above. So what we want to achieve is I can guess something, but then I'm trying to just make it clear for me. I know it's not that easy, it's not that difficult. So we know the ordering. But if you see here, see, with one swap, with one swap, two things get flipped. Okay. It is not complete till here, it is not complete till here, it is not complete till here. So it's a one big set. With one swap, two things get flipped. And number of swaps is fixed because ordering is fixed. Parity of swaps is fixed because ordering is fixed. So now, is it parity or is it always impossible is the question. I can guess either of that. I can guess this or this, okay? But I'm trying to think logically. That's why I'm taking more time. Please realize that. So it's either parity, because parity is definitely a restriction. It's either impossible, it's always possible if parity matches, or always impossible. So that's the only thing here. So here probably parity doesn't match here. Why? From here, you have to do one swap. But in terms of this, with one swap, the number of orderings are changing, right? The number of orderings are getting changed right here. Because here only one flip is needed. Only one flip is needed. You need one flip. But you cannot get, you need one flip or you can flip everything. You need one flip or three flips. But you cannot achieve that with parity, right? Because you cannot get one flip or three flips for AIBI. You must have even. But my question is, does all even possible? To answer this question, if you can flip two parity things, then you can answer the question probably. Can you flip two things without changing effect, without causing any other change? That's why I tried looking at here. Can you flip two things without changing any other things? Now swap these two. Or is it always impossible? I can guess either of them again, as I'm telling you people. I'm not able to think, I'm somehow feeling pressured. Because time is also ticking, right? I'm not able to do well these days. I think either of them should be easy to prove because proofs are simple, right? But I'm not able to do it. I should just see it clearly. My problem is if you have a complete set, if you have only one complete set, if you fix the permutation, will you always have a fixed one? Is my thing. Okay. Whatever the series of swaps you do, It will always be fixed is my thing. How do I prove that? So whatever the series of swaps you do, will the 0 1 array be fixed based on final permutation? Is the question. Okay, we have to be clear with the question. Now look at one thing. Look at index I in 0 1 array. If you're looking at that index I, its value will change. Okay, it's all about how many swaps does this index gets involved in. Okay, my question is, if you fix the permutation, does the number of swaps this gets involved in is fixed? The parity of number of swaps that this gets involved in, is that fixed? So now the problem is clear. Now the question is, if you fix a permutation, so for this part, is it always impossible part? Does the number of parity of flips index I gets involved in, is that fixed? Probably not, right? Let's take three things. You flip these two, you flip these two, you flip these two. Maybe yes. Maybe it's always same. How can I prove this? I'll just assume it for now, guys. I'll assume it. I think it's a good enough assumption. I'll just assume it and go ahead. So the assumption is it's always impossible. So what do I mean? If you have this 0 1 array, if you have initially all zeros, until here is a complete set, all of them must be ones. Until here is a complete set, or all of them must be zeros. Till here is a complete set. That's the assumption, okay? So if you see this example, 1, 2, 3, 4, till here it's a complete set. No, it's never a complete set. All of them is one big complete set. What now the assumption is 1, 2, 3, 6. What's the answer to that? It's S. S is the answer. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 4, 5. Oh, wait, one should be flipped. And it's S. Only one should be flipped and the answer is S. So maybe this is wrong. Maybe it's the parity then. Maybe it's parity. I can just go ahead with parity at least now. So let's just see this example and then we can likely understand it. We are able to flip Okay, what happens when you flip? Let me try it well. Okay, let me try it well. First, you will try to take these two, right? Initially, it's 0 0 0 0. Let's say. Okay, let's say you are swapping this with this first. Okay. Now what happens? 1 0 0 1, and you get 1 2. You get 3 6. You see, it's guessable. That's why it's easy problem. Realize that. You get 5 8. So instead of flipping this two, I'm changing 1 1 in the 0 1 array. Okay. Now what should we do? Now everything is sorted, right? But you want to flip this one finally. What you want finally is 0. So what you want finally is you want the same ordering, but you want 0, because 1 2 hasn't been flipped. 3 6 hasn't been flipped. 1 0. You want this finally. Because only 4 7 has been flipped, right? So this is the ordering, and for that ordering, you have these things. And we finally want this. Wait, isn't it failing parity itself? How is that NS? Wait, am I missing something in the question? AI will get swapped with BJ, BI will get swapped with AJ. I'm more. Wait. What? How can this be true? You cannot have only one thing finally flipped, right? Because each time two things will get flipped. So how can you have only one thing getting flipped finally, which is 4 comma 7? With respect to 1 2 3. Wait, 1 2 is complete. Yeah, 1 2 is complete. Sorry, 1 2 is complete. I thought this whole is a one big thing. 1 2 is complete. Because 1 2 is complete, you can flip that as you like. So you can make it 0. Because 1 2 is complete, you don't care about that. And now, because of that reason, okay, we have to only see a complete set. Okay, 1 2 is complete. Like, this is the incomplete set. I thought everything is complete. Okay, but 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is an incomplete set. And if you see, you have this one. Now, can you flip in this incomplete set? Can you flip? Okay, parity wise, this is correct now because you don't care about this one, right? You don't care about this. This can be either 1 or 0. It doesn't matter. Okay, you're able to move this one. You're able to swap. Okay, now let's just think about let me just think about that. We are able to get this one and this one. We are able to keep them same and we are able to change 1 to here. So I think it's just parity now. I think it's just parity because here, okay, here we are able to swap these two things. We are able to swap these two things by changing something. Order is same. We are able to swap these two things. Okay, how did we do that? So what happened was it became this. Okay, it became this. We were able to do this by keeping the order same. We were able to do this. Do you guys understand what I mean? Because this can be either 1 or 0, it doesn't matter, right? This can be 2 and finally it can be like that. So this was able to happen. This is one configuration where the order is fixed, and this is another configuration where the order is fixed but 1 and zeros are not matching. So there is a way to do that. If there is a way to do that, I think only parity will matter. If only parity will matter, then what do we do? What do we do if only parity will matter? If, because this thing can be even or odd, if all the complete groups are even length, if all the groups are even length, then even if you flip, the parity will be same, right? Then the initial parity and the final parity should be same. Okay, then there should be even number of ones. But if there is a group that has odd size, you can flip that group, right? You can flip the whole group. Then you will match the parity to initially all zeros. You will match that to all even number of ones, and then you can go back. Okay, so if it is parity, answer is if all groups are even, then number of ones must match, else some group is odd. So we can flip the whole group. If you flip the whole group to zeros, then you can match parity, and then it's done. So the thing is, should we, if parity matches, if number of ones matches, is it always possible? It's an easy guess because parity is an invariant, and if parity matches, then it's always possible. It's an easy guess. I got all this long back, but I'm trying to prove it well. You guys should realize, if it's a contest, I would not have done this. Wait, has my screen gone or something like that? So if I just see this example, I can get it. How was this changed from this to this without changing parity? Because parity hasn't changed, but these two got flipped, right? So this is a good example. If I know how this can happen, then two things can be changed without changing the order. Then we can flip all of them. We can go from anything to anything. So this is a good example. Two things have been changed. I think with this assumption, I can proceed. Okay, I will form groups. I will see if there is an odd group. If there is no odd group, I'll check for parity. I'll just go ahead and implement it. But I want to understand, how was this possible? How was this possible? See, guys, as a solution, I had this solution long back in my mind. Do you guys believe that? I mean, it's not that difficult because it's guessable. It's guessable. That's why it's not that difficult. But to prove, I can prove it well, but I'm not. Swap these two. Okay. Swap these two. Just try some. Try problems on lead code or code forces. That's how you learn C++. Okay, let me find the ordering. Let we can find this ordering. We can find this ordering. Okay. And then we have complete groups. I just want to understand how was this possible. If I can just do that, then it's fine. But can I assume that? You swap these two, you get 1 0. Okay, but these two have been swapped. Okay. This ones doesn't matter. It can be 1 or 0. So what do? You swap them, let's say. And then you swap these two. Wait a minute. You swap that with that. And then you swap these two. Oh, if this doesn't matter, what do? You swap this with this. Then you get that. And then you swap these two. So you were able to flip two things without changing anything. It's a simple thing. Why did it not work when I looked for it here? Why did it not work? Okay, I need not care about this. If I don't care about that, two things can be swapped as we like. Guys, so it's done. I was looking wrongly here. So this is what I wanted to see before. So what do I mean? Don't care about one thing. Don't care about parity of one thing. Okay. So guys, it's a very nice logic here. There is a very simple and nice logic here. Please try to follow. So we want to see what I want to achieve is flip these two things and keep everything as same. Okay. For that, what I'm trying to do is don't care about this. Don't care about this. Okay. Don't care about whatever will be here. Now what I do, I flip these two things. Okay. Now this got flipped once and 1 comma 2 is here. Now flip these two things. 1 minute. This got flipped once. Both of them got flipped. Now flip these two things. Now flip these two things. 1 comma 2 got here. And now flip these two things. You have 1 here. Now flip these two things. You have 1 here. So you see how was it possible? You have A, B, C, let's say. You have 1 0 0. You don't care about this. You want to flip these two. That's the goal, let's say. Goal is 0, 1 1 1, let's say, is the goal. Okay. How do? I flip A and B. Now what happens? B, A, C. 0 1 0. Now I flip these two. So now what happens? A0, oh sorry, C0, A1. So the goal is from here to go to here. Okay. Now we will flip these two things. Now we'll flip these two things. 1 minute. No, it's not working. I don't know. Should I just go ahead with parity assumption? But I'm not able to solve properly these days. 2400 is an easy problem. Okay, let me just find the ordering at least by then. We're trying to find the final array, okay? Why am I not able to do this at all? I want something like this. I want to flip these two things but not caring about this thing. Now let me flip these two things. Now let me flip these two things. Till here we are, right? Now flip these two things. So it's a long way, but it's possible actually. See? It's a long way, but it's possible to not change one thing but flip these two things. So it's all about parity now. I was trying to do that here, but I was not able to do. But if you see here, I was able to flip two things without changing the order. That means it's all about parity. So I could have made this assumption long back. See, in general, if you know parity is fixed, we go with the assumption that if parity is fixed, that's enough. Because if you are not able to see any other invariant, we generally go ahead with that. But I haven't gone because I was trying to make it more clear to me. Let's see here. We're able to flip these two things without changing anything. We haven't changed the order, but we're able to change the parity of two things. So we are able to flip two things as we like. So that means it all depends only on parity, right? See what we have done. We have changed A to B. So now it became 0, 1. We have changed these two. So it became 0, 1. Now we have changed these two. So it became 1 and 0. Now we have changed these two. So it became 1 and 1. So we achieved our goal. So this is what I was trying here long back. So it's all about parity, guys. Now we can solve the problem confidently. Do you guys see? Do you guys see how proving clearly helps us solve much difficult problems? Because if there was some discrepancy here, then the problem is much more difficult. Do you see that? The guess wouldn't work if there is something complex. Now it's all about parity. If parity of funds matches, ordering doesn't match. Ordering doesn't matter. It's always possible. If the problem was about getting the swaps to output some possible swaps, then the problem is much difficult. We have to solve the problem well. So now I had a way. The ordering was not changed, but I was able to flip two things. See, I was able to flip only two things without changing the ordering. This doesn't matter because the total parity is same, so one will be fixed anyway. So I was trying for this here, but then I thought it's impossible. But then it's possible. See, it was somehow possible. It's possible. So we were able to flip two things. So now parity is all that matters. And if there is an odd component, even parity will not matter. Okay. So I understand as a 2400, that's the problem complexity. But I mean, because it's a 2400, I was able to see that it's all about parity because otherwise it will be much more difficult problem. Okay. It's about parity is what I should have solved it clearly. Like I should have just seen three things clearly. Okay, now I'll just go ahead with implementation. Okay. Should I make them pairs? I'll make it vector. Okay. We have array A, we have array B. I'm also pushing zeros. Okay. Now what should we do? We have to do swaps now. Now we know the final ordering. Okay. How do we know the final ordering? We have some things we want minimum. See guys, do you guys realize that it's all about guessing? Guys, did anyone follow? I can explain it again. Okay. We have the space ordering fixed, and we are able to see that we can change, we can flip two things using one more thing. We use one more thing, then what do we do? First flip these two things, and then flip these two things, and then flip these two things. So now what happened? We have flipped these two things, you have flipped these two things. Now you flip these two things, you flip these two things. I don't use grinder, I'm not a gay. And I know this person. I know this person. It's a it's a girl that plays with me a bit. Is there anyone that understood? So it's only about parity. It's great that you have understood. So one thing we got very initially is the pairs ordering is very easily fixed. If you look at the minimum, and then inside ordering is fixed unless it's a complete one. If it's a complete one, you can flip the whole. If it's not complete, the inside ordering is fixed because if it's not complete, you have something bigger here, and then you have something smaller here. So they take opposite sides. I'll go ahead and do it. So first let me find so if you have the final ordering, what all we need? If we have the final ordering and groups, that's enough. That's enough. We just want the final ordering and we want the groups. If some group is even, odd, it's yes. Else parity must match. Then it's yes. So okay. So now how do we implement this? We have these things, we want the minimum wherever the minimum is. We want where the minimum is. Right? Any permutation is possible. We don't worry about permutation, only parity should match. We just want the minimum, where the minimum is. Okay. We just want to take the minimum. We should be able to find the minimum pair. That's it. Okay. We should be able to find the minimum pair. See, we should be able to find the minimum pair among other things. Okay. And if you have the minimum pair, we know the ordering too. If you are doing a flip, we know that we are doing a flip. So I want groups, I want minimum, I want the previous thing. Let's just say previous max. So we have previous group having a maximum, and if the minimum is smaller than that, then it's the same group. If the minimum is greater, this group is complete. Okay. So we should only be able to get the minimum pair. If you get the minimum pair, we are done. So let's just maintain these things. Okay. Let's just maintain these things. I don't even need this zero thing. Okay. Let's just keep it pair. Or we can keep it int A and int B itself. So now what I'm trying to do, I want minimum. I want to add pairs and minimum, right? So how would I do that? We want minimum and we want where it is. We want the minimum pair. So I'll just maintain a set. I'm complicating a bit, but what I will have in this set is, I'll just have I represents the pair and we have minimum. So minimum among this set will always be this one. Okay. So now what we should do? We are trying to find the good array. Int fa of n, b of n. Let's say we are trying to find the final final a and final b. Let's say. Okay. And if you have the final a and final b, we know what are the groups. Because if something is complete, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, those things are complete. If 1, 2, 3 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is there, that's an odd complete group. Okay. We're just trying to find that. So we have this. I equals to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay. We're trying to take the minimum. We're trying to take the minimum among the set. Auto f equals to start s dot begin of. Okay. Int min equals to f dot first. Okay. Among the remaining things, this is the minimum. idx equals to f dot second. So we know the pair. This is the pair and this is the minimum. Okay. Now what do we do? If minimum is greater than, is less than max of fa of I minus 1 comma fb of I minus 1. Okay. What is this? The previous group, right? If I equals to 0, we have to skip. If I not equals to 0, and if this happens, it's the same group. And if it's the same group, what we should do? If fa of I minus 1 greater than min means a is greater. So what do? We have to place the minimum in the below and maximum in the above. Okay. See guys, you should realize that if we have gone ahead with guesses, I would have done it long back. So I'll see if I am flipping it or not. So what am I doing? If fa of I minus 1 is greater than min, what should we do? So this is min and this is max, right? In that IDX. So if the previous above thing is greater, that should go down. Fa of I equals to min. Else it's a new group. It's a new group, okay? If it's a new group, it's a new group. New group of a complete set. We can keep anything. Fa of equals to A of I, Fb of I equals to B of I. We can keep anything here. And then we have to remove that pair. So here what do we do? Fb of I will be max, the other thing. Okay. Now flips plus equals to, if this pair has gotten flipped or not. Flips plus equals to A of I not equals to Fa of I. A of IDX not equals to Fa of IDX. Okay. What do I mean by that? This is our original thing. If that has gotten flipped or not. Okay. We only care about flips parity. We want even number of flips finally. Or there is an odd group. We want even number of flips finally, or there is an odd group. So we are having a new group here. Okay. Int odd group exists. A curve group length. Let's maintain these two things. Okay. We are starting a new group. If current group length equals to reminder 2, odd group exists 1. Okay. Else what do we do here? Current group plus plus. This is simple. This is not too complex, right? And what we should do here? We have to make current group length equals to 1. Why? This is a new group, right? So we know if an odd group exists. We know if an odd group exists. We know total number of flips. Okay. So the answer is now we have to check once. So we formed the best pattern we can form. Okay. 1 minute. No, I'm not busy. You can come here. Yeah, sure. You can come here. So guys, do you guys understood this? I'm not looking for. I mean, I don't know what happened to me. I don't know why I have done bad. I really don't understand that. If fa of, so we form the best pattern. We form the best pattern, only possible pattern. But if that pattern fails, what can we do? It's no. We are trying to we have found the best pattern. If it fails, it's no. Okay. But if it doesn't fail, then we have this parity thing again. If odd group doesn't exist and parity doesn't match, then it's no. Else it's S. See, I could have guessed this long back. That's why it's 2400, and 2400 is an easy problem. Okay. Let's take an S. What happened here? We have 1 3. We have how is this 2 4? Maybe I messed it up. If f of I minus 1 greater, then f of b should be mean, because that is bigger, right? You want that in the other case. So now it says, do you realize our all idea is, if it's not complete, there is something bigger here, maximum, something greater than the minimum. So if the maximum is here, the minimum should be here, right? If it is here, it contradicts. So we are able to extend the group. And why is it difficult? You should identify that if there is an odd group exists, flip doesn't matter. That's why it's difficult. And it's 2400 just for that shitty reason. I am not able to do it well because I went ahead and I was trying to. I mean, I could have this long back. I should realize that. I don't do that somehow. I just do CP because I like to prove. Okay. Because odd groups can be totally flipped, right? All of them can be ones. Doesn't matter. Do you guys understood the problem? What's your rating, bro? Your name seems Russian. I'm scared. Is it Arpa? I don't know. I'm not that quick. I'm slow. Watch it later, maybe. I could have guessed this long back. Why is it not working? Guys, I'm ending the stream. I have to eat. I have to meet my friend. I'm ending the stream. One problem we have done. If it is right, I will end the stream. One problem is enough. What's happening? Is it my net issue? Definitely not my net issue, right? Yeah, bro. I'll come later. Okay, I'm coming in 1 minute. Uh, bro, can you ping me on mic chat? Bro, hi Russian guy. Can you ping me on? Can you ping me on Code Forces so that we can do one versus one sometime? Can you ping me here? I haven't become grandmaster. I became candid master. I came close to expert, but I'm asking some grandmaster to do one versus one sometime. I'm just streaming. Guys, like the video. It's compilation error. I'm all open to do one versus one with GMs. That's really good for. That's really helpful for me because Can we plan sometime? Thanks for that. Can we plan sometime? Can you text me please on here? The fuck is this? Please don't wrong answer. I'm tired. I have to eat. The fuck is this? We have done everything right. Okay, that's a basic programming error. Right. We have to do this here too. It's a very common programming error. These days I'm not able to do well because this never happens finally, right? There is one. I should not be like this. I can never become GM like this. I'm very thankful if this guy can offer me to do sometimes one versus one with him. See, it's running. It's a guessable problem. Okay. It's an easy guessable. I mean, if I have to guess it, I would have guessed it long, long back. Long, long back. But I don't know why I was not able to arrive to this sooner. Where did I write that? Complete set was done. I was able to see that odd group will change the parity entirely. Do you guys see that? So guys, we'll have one versus one versus me versus Grandmaster soon, I guess then. So should I try to solve one other problem? I'll solve one other problem, okay? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So guys, let me try to do this. Why is it again division 3? I don't like division 3s. So let me see this. And it's at least division 2. Okay, I'll just end it out. Otherwise, it becomes too long, right? I'm ending it. Or I'll read the problem. Tema bought an old device with a small screen and a worn out inscription, the great equalizer on the side. The seller said the device needs to be given an array A of integers as input, after which the great equalizer will work as follows. Sort the current A in non-decreasing order, remove duplicate elements, leaving only the one occurrence of each element. If the current length of the array is equals to 1, the device stops working and outputs the number in the array. Output the value of the add an arithmetic progression to the current array, where n is the length of the current array. In other words, n minus I is added to the ith element. Okay, we are trying to add this arithmetic progression. Go to the first step. Sort the array, remove duplicates, try to add this thing. Okay. And remove duplicates. So at each step, some smaller thing is increasing, some bigger thing is reducing. So something will become equal. So it ends at some time. It's a good question. Because it's a good question, right? We have to find an invariant or something over here, and if we know that invariant, we will likely solve the problem. That will be the answer. And then what? Help Tema find out the output values. So assign a value x to the element ai. Give the array a as input to the device and find out the result of device's operation while the array remains unchanged during the operation of the device. Okay, you have the array A, you give it to the device, and then you have the answer. So first you have to work on what's the answer. First work is what's the answer given an array A. Okay, if A is single, that's the answer. Okay, if A has like two elements, like let's say 2 comma 7 or so. Okay, now what do we do? Uh, let's not care about two will get added to that, one will get added to that. So at each step, the maximum at each step maximum will only get increased by one. Okay, what happens after this? It will become 4 comma 8. Okay, and then what happens? It will become 6 comma 9, and then what happens? See, it's an increasing one. It stays increasing, non-decreasing. It stays non-decreasing, but it may become equal a bit. Okay, and then what happens? 8 comma 10, and then what happens? 10 comma 11, and then what happens? 12 comma 12. So now they become equal. Answer is 12. But how could we have captured this long ago? Just look at minimum and maximum. Don't care about in between shit. Okay, just look at minimum and maximum. Don't care about in between shit. Why? Because the fact that they always stay increasing. The fact is that they always stay increasing. They always stay non-decreasing. And minimum is never going away. Maximum is never going away. Finally, they both become equal. We should only look at minimum and maximum. Okay. So now you have minimum. Now you have maximum. But you now the problem is you have length. You have length. Length is a problem because you should know number of operations, right? Length is a problem because how quickly this increases depends on the length. Okay, now we need in between elements too. Okay, now we need in between elements too. I'm stuck, bro. I'm coming down. Don't ask me now. If I become See, I'm solving difficult problems. Right? Try to follow them, try to understand them, try to push yourself. Because if you push yourself to understand difficult things, if you push yourself to do difficult things, you can definitely increase your rating further, right? It's not difficult, it's just requires more and more try. Okay, more try more. It's simple, just try more, try more. Don't make assumptions, don't make assumptions that you cannot solve. Don't be negative, be optimistic, try more. Those are the things that's needed. It's not more practice, it's just trying more, being optimistic, seeing things for what they are. Okay, now we have this length, now we have n elements, so now we have this and this. If you have n distinct elements and one min max, what happens to that? You have n distinct elements. Okay, if you look at this, there is something called let's look at gap between adjacent elements. Okay, if you look at difference array, okay, what is happening to the difference array? What's happening to the difference array? What do I mean by if you look at the adjacent differences, after one operation, this increases by one, this increases by just one. Difference array is greater is all positive elements. Why? It's an increasing array, right? Now all the values in this will become -1. Why? This has increased twice, this has increased only once, right? So if you're looking at difference array, so if initially all of them is ones, all of them will become 0 and the process is done. Okay, We only want number of moves. We know max increases by 1 per move, and if we know number of moves, we are done. Answer is max plus moves. Okay. Now all the values will become minus. If you look at difference array, all the values will become -1. Okay. Now when all the values become -1, if something is zero, what does that mean? If something becomes zero, what does that mean? Let's look at this. 3, 2, 4, 5, 7. After an operation, what happens to the difference array? Let's look at difference array. 2, 1, 2. After an operation, the difference array becomes 1, 0, 1. Okay. Or let's look at difference array from the behind. If you look at difference array from the behind, 2, 1, 2, right? What happens to that? It becomes 1, 0, 1. Or what does that mean? It's I'll just say them relatively. It becomes something like that. Okay. Let me do it right. 7 will become 8, 5 will become 7, 4 will become 7, this will become 6. So when this 0 became that, what is happening? Can we remove the 0? Can we remove zeros? Can we just remove zeros? Can we just remove zeros? Why? Because now this 7 will be removed. And then that just means 0 doesn't cause anything, right? What does 0 mean? Both of them are same. If you remove the 0, what's happening? You have this big thing minus that. You're just removing zeros. That's perfect. You remove zeros. So if you look at difference array, the operation is simplified. It's just -1 to whole and remove zeros. Now we want to know when it all becomes zeros, right? So it's just maximum value in difference array is the moves. Maximum value in difference array is the moves. That's the answer. So what's the value here? 4 is the value here. 8 plus 4, answer is 12. Yeah, it's weekend. Like the video. I'll solve this and then I'm quitting. I have things to do. What's happening here? I'll just test my hypothesis. I don't know what to call it. So 248, right? If you look at difference array, we have three operations. One becomes 6. Okay. If one becomes 6, 4, 6, 8. Maximum difference is 2. So the answer should be 8 plus 2, 10, right? 2 becomes 10. 6, 10, 8. Answer is, so it's right. We need maximum answer equals to max plus max difference among adjacent elements. It's simple, guys. See, problems can be as simple as saying it in some different way, okay? Because if you're looking this looking complicated, but it's like if you see the differences array, it reduces by 1. I mean, this is a famous problem. Like, this is in some sense famous that this gives you some kind of bijection. It's not famous like if you have an increasing array, if you add plus 1 to this, plus 2 to this, plus 3 to this, it stays non-increasing. It's a bijection that we use some in some places. It's really a bijection we use in some places, okay? That's why I was able to do it quicker. If you are trying to think why how I am able to come to difference array quicker, it's because it's a bit famous thing. Like what's happening here? Because it's increasing, and then you're adding two here and one here. That makes it non-decreasing. Okay, how to see this in a simplified way? You're adding plus one more one here than here. So if you see differences are it's becoming minus one. It's positive. How to see this in a simpler sense? See differences array. If you see difference array, it's just if you see difference array, it's just plus one to this. If you see difference array, it's just plus one to that. If you see difference array, how do you see simplify the operation? If you see differences array, arithmetic progression, if you see differences array, it's just plus one here, plus one here, plus one here. Sorry, minus one here, minus one here, minus one here, minus one here. So if you see this minus this instead of this, it's minus one. If you see this minus one, and so on. For this, it's just the last element. If you see this minus that, it's minus one. Okay, so it's all minus ones. That's why we are seeing difference array. How to see something, how to simplify something. It's all about that. So now we have an array. We have an element, something gets popped out, something gets inserted. We want difference arrays. Right. Let's maintain a set. You remove an element, you need to update. You have a set, you have the differences, you have them in a set. Now you remove something. You have to update the differences set, right? You have to update the differences set. How do you update the differences set? You have to remove this, you have to remove this, you have to add this difference. Okay. You add something. How do you update the differences set? You have to remove this, you have to add this, you have to add this. Okay. So I'll have a set. S. S will have val comma I. Okay, it's just val comma I. We are just having this multi-set kind of thing. We remove one thing and then we update the differences array. We maintain differences multi-set. Okay. And then what do we do? We add differences array. Okay, we make the differences array now. How do I make differences array? We have these things, this minus this, add to that. I don't know how to do this programming. I don't know how to do this. I just want the differences, right? How do I do this? How do I iterate over them? Okay, curve val equals to f dot first, I guess, because first is the value, right? Now what do I do? If prev not equals to -1, diff dot insert of cur minus prev equals to cur. I'll just print it here, just we know that we are doing right so far. Okay, 2 4 is the difference array, right? We are right. What about here? 1 and 0 0 z. What about here? What about where? Okay, wait a minute. I have to input the other things, right? Now it should be fine. So we're doing differences correctly. 0 0 0 0 1. We're doing differences correctly. So yeah, that's fine. So now what do? We have to update an element. We have to remove an element. We remove a of idx. So we're removing a of idx, right? When we're removing a of idx, what do? We're trying to remove that pair. Okay. Let's just say if f not equals to s dot end of. Is n greater than or equals to 2? Stupid problem. Why is it like that? I'll just end it if n equals to 1. If n equals to 1, that's it, right? Okay. Now it's not equals to end. So what do we have here? Okay, 1 minute. Hello. You will come in the video if you come here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming in the video.
Yeah. I'll do one problem and then I'll just come.
Sure.
You're chatting here. The fuck. So we are here. So what I'm trying to do is I'm removing this. While removing this, I'm trying to remove this difference and add this difference. Okay. So what if it is a starting element? We have this and we have this to be 0. We just remove. We don't add anything. Okay. Right. Let's say right diff equals to -1. Okay. Let's just say right diff equals to -1. And if f is not equals to n, we have right diff. Right equals to. I can do a of idx, but I'm just doing this for no reason. Okay, so left side difference. Okay, we have left side difference. Both of them will be greater than or equals to 0. Okay, now what do? We have to remove both of them. Okay, if left not equals to minus 1, that difference exists, we have to remove that. If right not equals to minus 1, we have to remove that. If both of them not equals to minus 1, only then we have to add that. So this is a cleaner implementation, right? I've done it. I've done a cleaner implementation somehow. So now what do? I will erase s dot find of. I'll erase f. Okay, I'm erasing f, and then what do? Okay, now we are clean. We have erased f. We have modified diff. We have erased f. We are done. So now I'll do the similar thing to insert the new one. Now a of idx will become x. Okay. Now we have to insert this shit. Now we have to insert this shit. S dot insert of a of idx comma idx. Okay. So now we are inserting that. Now we again find we replace f with I don't know if I'm complicating the problem, but it's a shitty problem. It's an easy problem, right? The previous problem doesn't have this weird things. So we are having f. Now what should I do again? Again I'll do the same thing. It's getting inserted, right? I'll again go with the same thing. So if right is not there, we are getting the right difference. If left is not there, we are getting the left difference. Okay. Now what? So now this left difference and right difference, we have to erase them. Okay. So if both of them existed, we have to remove that and we have to add these two, right? Otherwise, we are not removing anything because it's a new thing. If left not equals to minus 1 means there was something behind now. We have to add this one now. This is not that difficult, right? You have these differences in a set. You're inserting something, remove this difference, add these two. You have these things in a line, you're removing this. So you have to remove these two and then add this. So logically, they are not difficult, but to do in code, they may be a bit difficult. But if you get used to it, you can do it. Okay. Where is it going wrong? We're not accessing anything wrong, right? F is not equals to n, so there is something. F is not equals to beginning, so there is something before. N is greater than 1, so this will always exist, right? Because n is greater than 1. If n is greater than 1, some difference will always exist, right? What? Where can it go wrong? This cannot go wrong. F not equals to that. Can this be wrong? A of idx comma idx. So we have 248. What is happening is 4 is 1 is this is getting removed. Right. So the next thing is 4, this is 2. That was right. I'll check this one too. This shouldn't happen. Okay. I'll just written here. We're debugging one thing. Okay, now it was fine again. Answer is right so far. Now what happens again? Let's run for two things. Okay. It's going wrong. So now what is that? It is 2, it is 648. And then what will it become? It will become 6, 10, 8. Right. At the second time itself, we are having this set fault. Okay, okay, okay. This is not end. There is something after that, right? Let's just do it like that. Is this right? This is right. This is right. I hope it's entirely right now. So yeah, that's another shitty problem. It at all. I mean, it's a good problem. It's not a shitty problem. The only thing that is shitty is this, but it's a good problem. It's a good to guess problem, right? I used to submit in C++ 20 or 17. So guys, that's it for today. I'm ending the stream. Okay. Why does it not show my score? Huh? Huh? What the fuck is this? I did two. Mikayon is making others to take membership because he made a mistake. I'm ending the stream, guys. So finally, I'm asking. It's asking in the order. If I don't do B, if I don't do B, it won't show. See, right? I thought about that. Guys, like the video if anyone is left. I'm ending the stream. Bye. Increase the likes. I'm leaving. My arms are sore entirely. No, I have gotten more videos, more likes before. Like more likes. I can in this shed. I can't. I have, but I can't. They are sore. They are not visible. They are sore. Like it's hurting a lot. Oh, 66 likes. Damn. Can we make it 70? Use your fake accounts. Use your fake accounts. Just make it 70. I'm ending the stream then. So where are we? What have we done? A summary. We have solved one 2400. Even though it's very easily guessable, we took our time. We took our time to prove. Okay. We took our time to prove. Okay, it's 70. I'm ending the stream. Thanks, guys. Bye. What do you mean by Russian guy can make it 10K? Oh, does he have subs? I hope I do more duels with Grandmasters. That way I can improve myself too, right? Bye, everyone. Have a nice weekend. Oh, you meant like that. That's nice.